Hello and welcome. I'm Dr. Rashmi, and I'm so very glad you are here with me today. I want to speak from the heart, directly to the men in our community who have built incredible lives, raised families, and contributed so much to the world. I want to talk about a silent struggle that far too many of you are facing. It starts quietly. Perhaps your erections aren't as firm or as reliable as they once were, turning moments of intimacy into sources of performance anxiety instead of connection. Maybe you feel a bone-deep, persistent fatigue that even a full night's sleep can't seem to touch. That boundless energy you had to chase your kids around the yard has vanished, just when you want it most to play with your grandkids. You might feel like your body is no longer cooperating with your desires, your ambitions, or your spirit. If this resonates with you, I want you to listen very closely. This is not your fault, and it is not an inevitable, non-negotiable sentence of aging. The issue could be far simpler and, more importantly, solvable. It could be a profound deficiency in 3 essential vitamins, 3 fundamental keys your body is quietly, desperately begging for. This is a truth the multi-billion-dollar pharmaceutical industry would much rather you ignore. They are more than happy for you to keep relying on the little blue pill, a solution that brilliantly masks the symptom, but does absolutely nothing to address the root cause of the problem. As a physician specializing in integrative men's health for over 3 decades, I have seen firsthand how this lack of foundational knowledge can erode the confidence and vitality of remarkable men. So many conventional approaches are reactive, chasing symptoms with prescriptions. My philosophy is different. We must focus on the root cause. Before we go any further, I'd love to connect with you on a more personal level. Please take a moment and drop a comment below telling me what city or country you're tuning in from. I genuinely read every single one, and building this global community of health-conscious men is the most rewarding part of my work. Today, I am going to share with you the culmination of my clinical experience. We will identify the 3 specific vitamins every man over 60 needs to help restore natural, healthy erections, rebuild sustainable energy, and fortify his masculine vitality. And most importantly, I will expose the fatal but common mistake that causes 9 out of 10 men who try to fix this on their own to fail, wasting their money and their hope. If you are ready to reclaim your health from the ground up, please click that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. The information we share here is specifically designed to empower you. And if this message is already speaking to you, type a 1 in the comments to let me know we're on the right track. If not, type a 0. Your feedback helps me serve you better. All right, let's get to the heart of the matter. The master key to circulation, vitamin D, the sunshine hormone. The first and most profoundly overlooked key to male vitality is what I call the master key to circulation. It's the foundational switch that allows everything else to work. I remember a patient of mine, William. He was a 67-year-old retired civil engineer, a brilliant man who had spent his entire life designing and building magnificent bridges that connected communities. Yet, he came to my office feeling utterly disconnected from his own wife and his own body. He told me, his gaze fixed on the floor, "Dr. Rashmi, I feel like a stranger in my own body. My mind has the desire, the love is there, but my body, it just doesn't respond anymore." The pain in his voice was not just about sex. It was about a loss of connection, a loss of self. What William, this brilliant engineer, didn't know was that he was suffering from a severe, undiagnosed deficiency in vitamin D. Here is the fundamental science. Explained simply, vitamin D is not just a vitamin, it's a potent steroid hormone. One of its most critical jobs in the male body is to trigger the production of a miracle molecule called nitric oxide, NO, within the delicate lining of your blood vessels, the endothelium. Think of nitric oxide as the master regulator of blood flow. Without sufficient NO, your arteries and blood vessels become stiff and constricted, like a garden hose that has been kinked. The flow of blood is weak and unreliable. When your body has enough nitric oxide, those same blood vessels relax and dilate, opening wide. This allows a powerful surge of oxygen-rich blood to flow exactly where it needs to go for a firm, healthy, and lasting erection. The problem? It is estimated that over half of all men over 60 in North America have a clinically significant deficiency in vitamin D. These are good men, men who eat well and try to stay active, but who are left wondering, what is fundamentally wrong with me? The solution, thankfully, is rooted in simplicity and nature. Sunlight, our primary source. Just 15 to 20 minutes of midday sunlight on your arms and legs a few times a week can trigger significant vitamin D production. Diet. Fatty fish like wild-caught salmon, mackerel, and sardines are excellent food sources. Supplementation. To be certain, especially during the winter months or for those with darker skin tones, a high-quality supplement is essential. And this is critical. You need vitamin D3, cholecalciferol, not D2, ergocalciferol. Vitamin D3 is the form your body produces from sunlight and is far more bioavailable and effective. I have seen the transformation with my own eyes. Men who felt their world was shrinking, who had lost their confidence, begin to feel a resurgence of energy and a reconnection with their partners. This isn't wishful thinking. This is fundamental human biochemistry. And unlocking your circulation is the first, indispensable step. But as powerful as vitamin D is, it can only open the floodgates. If the power station isn't running, there's no flood to release. This brings us to the second pillar. The spark of cellular energy, vitamin B12, the vitality generator. So, we've established that vitamin D is the key that unlocks your circulation. The pipes are clear. But having pristine pipes is useless if your body's central power plant is failing and there's no energy to pump blood vigorously through the system. This is where our second vital nutrient comes in, what I call the spark of cellular energy. The vitamin that recharges your body's internal battery is vitamin B12. Let me tell you about Thomas, a 72-year-old retired accountant. He was a man of precision and order, and his frustration was palpable. He sat across from me in my office and said, "Doctor, it makes no logical sense. I sleep a solid 8 hours every night. I eat a balanced diet. But by 3 p.m., my brain feels like it's wading through mud, and my body feels like it's made of lead. It's as if my battery is permanently stuck at 10%. The deep sadness in his eyes wasn't just about being tired. It was about the erosion of his identity as a capable, sharp, and energetic man. He felt like he was becoming a ghost of his former self. What Thomas didn't realize was that he was battling a classic textbook case of vitamin B12 deficiency. Think of vitamin B12 as the spark plug in your cellular engines. Its primary role is in a process called the Krebs cycle, where it helps convert the food you eat, the carbohydrates, fats, and proteins, into adenosine triphosphate, ATP, the universal energy currency of every single cell in your body. Without sufficient B12, it doesn't matter how well you eat or how long you sleep. Your body simply cannot efficiently produce the energy it needs to function. You will always be running in power saver mode. And here is the absolutely critical detail for men over 60. As we age, the lining of our stomach produces less hydrochloric acid and a crucial protein called intrinsic factor. Both of these are essential for cleaving B12 from the food we eat and absorbing it into our bloodstream. This is why you can be eating plenty of meat, eggs, and dairy, all rich in B12, and still be profoundly deficient and drained of energy. Your digestive system has lost its ability to extract it. The solution requires precision. You must ensure you are getting the right form of B12. Most inexpensive mass-market supplements use a form called cyanocobalamin. This is a synthetic, inactive form that your body must struggle to convert, a process that becomes less efficient with age. What you need is methylcobalamin. This is the active coenzyme form of B12 that your body can use immediately, bypassing the faulty absorption steps in the gut. It's ready to go to work in your cells straight away. Now, let's paint a picture. Your circulation has been restored with vitamin D. Your cellular energy has been recharged with active vitamin B12. The engine is primed and the fuel tank is full. But what about the vehicle itself? What protects this whole sophisticated system from the rust and decay of time, from the inflammation and oxidative stress that specifically attack your hormones and masculinity? That is where our third and final vitamin comes in, the defender of your entire system, the shield of masculine protection, vitamin E, the guardian antioxidant. So let's recap our journey. With vitamin D, we have cleared the pipes and restored healthy blood flow. With vitamin B12, we've filled the tank with high-octane cellular fuel. The engine is humming, ready to roar, but what good is a perfectly tuned race car if the chassis is rusting, the wiring is fraying, and the body is slowly falling apart? This is where our third pillar stands tall, what I call the shield of masculine protection. I remember Edward, a 70-year-old retired airline pilot. Here was a man who had spent his life at the pinnacle of performance, responsible for hundreds of lives, a master of complex systems. He told me with a deep sense of betrayal, "Dr. Rashmi, I do everything right. I exercise, I eat clean, but I feel fragile. My desire has faded into a distant memory, and I just don't have that resilience anymore. I don't recover like I used to." His pain was that of a high-performance machine, feeling itself succumbing to internal decay. What Edward didn't know was that his body was under a relentless, silent assault from inflammation and oxidative stress. This is the biological rust of aging, and the primary defender against this rust is vitamin E. Vitamin E is your body's premier fat-soluble antioxidant. Its most vital role is to embed itself in the fatty membranes of your cells and protect them from damage. Think of it as a microscopic bodyguard for every cell in your body. This is especially crucial for the endothelial cells, the very cells lining your blood vessels that vitamin D and nitric oxide rely on. Vitamin E protects them from oxidative damage, keeping them supple and responsive. The Leydig cells. These are the specialized cells in your testicles, responsible for producing testosterone. They are incredibly sensitive to oxidative stress. When this protective shield of vitamin E fails, inflammation rises, testosterone production plummets, and blood flow is compromised. It is a silent, cascading decline that methodically steals your strength, your vigor, and your confidence. To fortify this essential shield, you need two things: natural food sources. Incorporate foods rich in natural vitamin E into your diet. This includes almonds, sunflower seeds, spinach, and high-quality extra virgin olive oil. Smart supplementation. If you choose to supplement, this is critical. You must look for a natural mixed tocopherol vitamin E. Most cheap supplements provide only a synthetic, isolated form called DL-alpha tocopherol. A high-quality supplement will provide a full spectrum of tocopherols: alpha, beta, gamma, and delta, which work together synergistically, just as they do in nature. So there you have it, the Vitality Triangle: vitamin D for circulation, vitamin B12 for energy, and vitamin E for protection. But now we must address the most important truth of all. Even if you go out tomorrow and buy the highest quality vitamin D3, methylcobalamin B12, and mixed tocopherol E on the market, you could be throwing your money down the drain and getting zero results. Why? Because 9 out of 10 men who try to fix this on their own make a fatal mistake that derails the entire process. And I'm going to tell you exactly what that is right now: the fatal mistake and the path to true restoration. It is time for the unvarnished truth. What is the fatal mistake that is keeping you from feeling like the man you know you are? I recall a patient, Richard, 74 years old. He came into my office looking defeated and emptied a large bag full of supplement bottles onto my desk. He spread them out like a losing hand of cards and said, his voice heavy with disappointment, "Doctor, I'm taking all of this, every day, and nothing changes." His mistake wasn't just one thing. It was a pair of fatal errors that I see time and time again. Fatal error number 1, focusing on quantity over quality. Richard was going to the big box pharmacy and buying the cheapest buy one get one free vitamins on the shelf, operating under the dangerous assumption that a vitamin is a vitamin. It is not. Your body cannot effectively utilize cheap synthetic vitamin D2. You are paying for a supplement that your body can barely recognize. Your body struggles to convert inactive synthetic cyanocobalamin B12. Much of it is simply excreted. You are literally paying for more expensive urine. Isolated synthetic DL-alpha tocopherol E lacks the synergistic power of a natural mixed tocopherol complex. Quality is not about paying more for a fancy label. It's about paying for bioavailability, the form of the nutrient your body can actually absorb and use effectively. Fatal error number 2, inconsistency. Richard admitted he was taking them when he remembered, Your body does not function on when you remember. Restoring your health is like building a house. You don't lay one brick today, another one next Tuesday, and a third one when you feel like it. You need to lay a consistent daily foundation so that your body has the raw materials it needs, day in and day out, to rebuild, repair, and rebalance its intricate systems. The solution isn't to take a medicine cabinet full of random things. It is to take the right things, in the right forms, with unwavering daily consistency. So how do you put this into practice in a simple, sustainable way that actually works? It's what I call the daily vitality routine. Morning ritual, energy. Upon waking, start your day with a large glass of water to rehydrate. Then, take your methylcobalamin B12 supplement. It is best taken on an empty stomach or with a protein-rich breakfast to kickstart your cellular energy production for the day ahead. Midday ritual. Circulation. The best source of vitamin D is the sun. Take a brisk 15-minute walk during your lunch break, exposing your arms and face. If you are supplementing, take your vitamin D3 with your largest meal of the day, as it is fat-soluble and absorbs better with food. Afternoon/evening ritual. Protection. Have a small handful of almonds or sunflower seeds as a mid-afternoon snack. Drizzle extra virgin olive oil generously over your dinner salad. This is how you incorporate your vitamin E naturally. If you're supplementing, take it with a meal as well. This is the vitality triangle in action: circulation D, energy B12, and protection E, working in harmony every single day. A final word from my heart to yours. I want you to hear me now. That question you ask yourself in the quiet moments, why isn't my body the same anymore? That question is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign of your fighting spirit. It is the voice of the man you know you are, refusing to quietly surrender his vitality. And I am here to tell you, with every fiber of my professional and personal conviction, that it is not too late. Not by a long shot. You have already taken the most important step by seeking this knowledge. Now I invite you to take the next one. If this video has resonated with you, if it has offered you a glimmer of hope or a new path forward, please don't keep it to yourself. Hit the like button to signal that this content is valuable. Share it with a friend, a brother, a partner, anyone you care about who needs to hear this empowering message. And please, take a moment to drop a comment below. Tell me what part of this message connected with you the most, or let me know what health topic you'd like me to explore next. Your voice, your experiences, and your questions shape this community. Before you go, please tell me in the comments where you are tuning in from. Knowing I'm speaking to a man in Toronto, or Austin, or Liverpool, it transforms this from a monologue into a true conversation, and it means the world to me. You are not just a viewer. You are part of a movement of men who are choosing to reclaim their health with knowledge and intention. And I am profoundly grateful to have you here. Thank you for your time. Stay well.